Hi, this is Jenny from MyeNergyShift.com. I'd like to welcome you here today. If you're seeking healthy, wonderful plant-based food, this is the place to be. I am going to be making sloppy joes today. I can't say I was a big sloppy joe eater when I ate meat, but I've never made this recipe before, so we're trying it out for the first time. It's made primarily with wheat berries. It's from Forks Over Knives, so let's get started on wonderful, yummy, I'm hoping, plant-based sloppy joes. The first step in this recipe is to make a date paste. So I took about 4 big dates, pitted them, put them in the 1/3 of a cup of water, and I'm just cooking them for about 10 minutes. Next, I'm going to drain the water out and puree the dates into a nice paste. Okay, so the dates cooked for about 10 minutes. I'm going to take out the water and reserve that a little bit. All right, I'm going to put it in my Ninja. And I'm going to add just a little bit more water, and then we're going to turn it into a paste. All right, so here's the date spread or date paste. And I will say it took all my water plus some and a lot of blending to get this. So it takes a little while to really get it nice and creamy, and don't be afraid to add some more water. And you can see it's pretty thick but delicious. And you might have guessed our sloppy joes are going to be a little bit on the sweet side, which I'm all for, but a nice sweet instead of sugar. All right, so let's get started on the next step. I have chopped up about a 1/2 cup of green pepper, celery, and onions, and I'm going to saute that in my pan with a little bit of veggie broth until they get soft. All right, so the recipe calls for a tomato puree. This is some tomatoes that my mom made me in the summer when we made our soup. So I'm just going to take this, put it in my blender, and mix it all up. But you can use any sort of tomato puree. You can buy it pre-made, or you can make your own. Buy your own canned tomatoes and just mix it up. So I'm going to do that. And then the next thing is, this is kind of the star of the sloppy joes, and they're wheat berries. I cooked these last night. I used 1 1/4 cup of the wheat berries and about 3 cups of water, and it cooked for about, I don't know, less than an hour. Wheat berries are very chewy and nutty. I was just eating them by themselves. So if they're this good by themselves, think about how good they're going to be in a sloppy joe. So I'm looking forward to trying this out with wheat berries, because I've not really used wheat berries very much. All right, so here's the tomato puree. And I did take out a little bit of the water because I didn't want it too runny. So I'm getting ready to put all this stuff together to make our sloppy joes. Next up is going to be some garlic. So I'm just going to throw some in there. They call for about 2 cloves of garlic. That's about right. If you have a little bit more, that's okay. And we're going to let this cook for about 1 minute. All right, next we're going to add the tomato puree. The date paste, I still think there's some chunks of dates in there, so we'll see how that tastes. I think they'll soften up as it cooks. It's really hard to get them all chopped up. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and this was a organic ketchup. We're going to add a tablespoon of vegan Worcestershire sauce. Can you see that? That you can buy. Add in. Give it a stir. And the last ingredient is the wheat berries. So you can see that is what's providing most of our meat for the sloppy joes. And I got about 2 to 3 cups of wheat berries. They're going to be quite tasty and chewy. I'm going to stir this up and let it cook for just a little bit longer. So I'm just going to take a taste. This is what it looks like. I definitely like the sweetness that the dates provide. I've always liked a sweet red sauce, and the wheat berries are so nutty and tasty. All right, so I'm not a big fan of buns that they put sloppy joes on. So the bread that I made before, I'm going to use for my sloppy joes. You could also maybe use an English muffin or a tortilla wrap if you prefer that. I'm just not a big fan of the buns, and I'm not even sure what's in them. I would need to check the ingredients to see whether I could even eat them or not. But this bread, I know, is totally plant-based. So I'm going to heat the bread just for a little bit and scoop it on, and let's see how it tastes. I can't wait. Here's how it looks, open-faced. I'm going to put the top on and cut it in half and give it a taste. All right, here it is, my beautiful sandwich. My sloppy joe. Give this a try. I do like the wheat berries a lot. Wonderful with the bread. The wheat berries, again, that chewy texture and nuttiness really adds to the flavor. I am so glad I tried wheat berries again. And I'll be finding other recipes to share with wheat berries. Again, this is Jenny from myenergyshift.com. I hope you decide to try the wheat berry sloppy joes. I highly recommend it. Yum, yum, yum. And if you like the recipe, drop me a comment down below. If you hate the recipe, drop me a comment down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my blog, and I will see you again with another plant-based recipe soon. Namaste.